Hi there, so great win today beating Everton 5-1. It's been a while since we've thrashed the team. Your thoughts on the game?
Do you know what? I'm happy with the result in terms of like the scoreline, but it just came at the wrong time of the season. There was other games that this kind of performance we could have done with. Speaking of even like in the last 5-6 games, so the Newcastle game, this kind of performance was absent. Tottenham, absent. Obviously we won 3 games prior to that, but even prior to the 3 games that we won, this kind of performance again, absent. And it's like, it's the same thing, it's repetitive. When we failed to qualify for the Champions League a few seasons ago, I think it was under Emery, and Tottenham took the 4th place, and it was very similar in a sense where I think they beat us by a goal difference or by 1 point. And it's like, we look back on the season and it's always that one game that how could we have made a difference? And that when we look back on this season, people say it's been a good season because of how we started. Obviously we ended back in Europe, but my thing is when people say that, it's like, when we first got Arteta, if they said to you in 3 years or 3.5 years or whatever, you're only going to be finishing in 5th, would everyone have taken Arteta then? Because everyone seems to be happy now.
We deserve more.
But I feel like there's a lot more that we can get from what we have. And like how we've trimmed down the team and like not really done anything about it, but it's all come back to bite us on the last day. So I mean, like, I'm happy with the performance. We played good. Defenders scored. Like everyone scored. Like players in different positions. It was nice to see. Like, it was a nice atmosphere and stuff. But inside, it cut deep. It was a bittersweet moment. We won, but what's the victory for?
Okay, so some good goals we scored today. Which one was your favourite?
My favourite. Do you know what? I'm a real fan of Martinelli, innit? And I really want to see him like flourish in the Arsenal jersey. So just like him getting his goal and like just getting the ball rolling, I'm happy for that. So yeah, I'll say that was the best goal for me.
Okay, and who was your man of the match?
I don't actually have a man of the match, but due to the criticism that Tavares has been getting, I think he played really well today, apart from obviously his finishing and his shooting and stuff, but I feel like he had a good game in comparison to what we normally get from him. And yeah, I feel like, I'm just happy with Tavares' performance today in comparison to other games, but I don't really have a man of the match to say.
Okay, so you were saying you were disappointed with the season overall.
Yeah.
What rating would you give us out of 10?
Out of 10? I'm going to score this one kind of weird, yeah? So, overall, I'd say like a 7. 6/7, simply because of how we started and what was being said about us, like, you know, where all this relegation talk, it just wasn't looking good at the beginning of the season, and it gets a 6/7 because obviously we did qualify for Europe. But the reason why I'm not so happy with the outcome of the season is because it's been a while since we've been in the Champions League and we literally had it in our hands. It wasn't even at our fingertips, it was in our hands, and we let it slip to Tottenham. Like, that's the worst thing you can do. It went when we lost to Palace. We managed to rectify that blip, and then we just did it again. So, was it a good season? I don't know if I can say that, but we're back in Europe, so let's just see how things go.
Okay, so looking at the summer transfer window now, where do you think we need to strengthen the team?
In all honesty, everywhere. I mean, the goalkeeper position is the only place that I can say we're safe. You know, Leno doesn't seem to be making much noise about being pushed to 2nd place, but the defence is a bit shaky. Like, we had to bring back Holding today by only having 1 injury. Right back, Tomiyasu's, obviously everyone's happy with Tomiyasu, but injury prone. Him and Tierney, they seem to be very, like, it's easy for them to get injured, and when they do get injured, it's not like it's a 2-3 game, they're out for a while. And it's like we have to rely on our backups. So I feel like there's a lot that we got, a lot of improvements that we can make. You saw when we lost to Palace and we had to bring in Lokonga, how we created imbalance and we started to lose games. Obviously we had El Neni, but if El Neni gets injured, we're back to Lokonga. So it's not much that we've got there. And obviously we're losing all our strikers. I think the only striker that we know that we've certified got is Balogun. So next season, we don't know about Nketiah, we don't know about Laka, Oba's gone. We might be able to play Pepe there if we try a thing, but even he's uncertain. So we need to. The whole team needs to get revamped. Like, we need to touch up the whole team, in my opinion.
Who's your player of the season?
My player of the season. See Jacka. No, who's my player of the season? It's gonna be Saka, man. He's carried us for the past few seasons. It's gotta be him still. But if you wanna ask me like my favourite signing of the season, I'd say it's two. It's Tomiyasu and Ramsdale. Because Tomiyasu, I did not know about him before he came. He hit me by surprise, hit the ground running. And Ramsdale was like, that was a signing we was all upset about. Like, what's we can touch other areas of the park. Like, no. And he's come, he's took Leno's shirt, and there was no looking back since then. Like, he gets the crowd going. Like, he makes these mad saves. He's had a good clean sheet run. Yeah, man. So yeah, I'll say if it comes to signings, those two are my favourite out of what we've got so far. Odegaard took a while to grow on me. Lokonga and who else was the other one? Who else was the fifth signing? Lokonga. Who else did Tavares. He hasn't really had a good run of games, so there's not much I can say about him. But the little games that he's had, like I said earlier, today was he had a good game for me. So yeah, that's my opinion on the team.
Yeah, so looking at next season now, we got Europa League, so European football is back. What's your thoughts looking ahead to next season?
You know what, it's good to be back in Europe, but with Champions League having been on the table and taken away from us, it's kind of created a cloud, and it's going to be harder for us to attract certain players that we was hoping to attract. Now, why it's also a bad thing, in my opinion, is because we've got teams like Tottenham around us who are obviously getting better. They're in the Champions League. You've got teams like Newcastle that now have money. You saw what they done to us the other day. And they haven't even, that's the start of what they're doing. What other teams are improving? West Ham. They're going to be on our shoulders. We're rubbing shoulders with teams like that now. And these are teams that are getting invested in. They've got managers that know what they're doing. Managers with a vision. So the whole Europa League has kind of been a setback in a sense where it's going to be harder for us to attract certain players. Certain players don't even want to renew their contracts, i.e. someone like Laka, for example. Eddie. Obviously, wherever they go, I don't think they're going to get what they're looking for, but they're clearly unhappy where they are at the minute. And it doesn't give it doesn't paint a good picture for what we're trying to bring in. So for me, I feel like that's kind of set us back a bit for next season. But obviously, only time will tell, because we didn't think we was going to finish fifth at the beginning of the season. So it is a waiting game, but looking ahead, I feel like it's created a bit of a blip for us.
Okay, well, what's your minimum target for next season then?
Well, I mean, we've had a taste of top four, so next season, that's what we've got to get without question. We have to get top four. We've got if we can get a domestic cup as well, that would be good, just to keep the momentum running through the season. Maybe even if it's something small like the Carabao Cup. That's what City do that too as well. I noticed that over the years. They win it in January. It just keeps that winning mentality going on. Obviously they're a bigger and stronger team, but it's not a big cup. We can do it. We've won the FA Cup how many times? So I mean, if we can do start improving like that. Because when we won the FA Cup, we saw how the spirit around the team and everything was. Everyone was happy. It kind of transferred to the fans. It's still kind of present, but yeah.